Street justice takes a wicked turn as a fearless criminal targets none other than the legendary Mike Tyson. But what seemed like a bold move quickly turns into a jaw-dropping lesson in regret. Uncover the dramatic face-off that left a bandit eating his words and nursing a bruised ego. Watch as Mike Tyson's indomitable spirit meets its match on the unforgiving asphalt. Subscribe now to witness the adrenaline-pumping encounter that proves no one messes with Iron Mike and gets away with it. In his heyday, Mike Tyson was a formidable opponent who demanded respect. On the other hand, there was this one time when he was challenged to a boxing match by the leader of a rival gang, Mitch Green. Boxing became Mitch Green's main focus after he made an effort to flee the violent and gang-infested neighborhood in which he was raised and began training instead. Whereas on the other hand, Mike Tyson also had a background that was comparable, but by the time that Green called him out, he had already established himself as a rising star in the boxing world by knocking out 19 opponents in just 2 or 3 rounds each time. James Tillis was the first to end his streak of knockout victories by defeating him. Now this gave the other boxers hope that there was a method to get around Iron Mike, and they took advantage of this opportunity. The fact that Tillis demonstrated that Tyson was not unbeatable was a source of encouragement for many boxers. And with that, Mitch Green's story began with the announcement that he would be challenging Tyson to a boxing battle. He would make his video clips calling him out, and HBO would play them in the commercial breaks of the shows they were broadcasting. In the year 1986, Mike Tyson responded to his challenge by entering the boxing ring with him and engaging in a bout with him. After this fight, Green withdrew from boxing and went back to living on the streets. Hence, the supporters are currently going absolutely bonkers as they are being reminded of this boxing match. While Mike Tyson eventually established himself as the sport's most dominant heavyweight boxer of all time, but after a number of years had passed, Green ran into Mike Tyson in front of a restaurant, and Tyson punched him in the face. Green was knocked out. Moreover, during the course of the fight, Tyson went on to tear Green's eye. Both of them assert that the catastrophe took place despite the fact that there is no hard proof to support their claims. When Mike Tyson faced off against former heavyweight contender James "Quick" Tillis in his 20th professional fight, he was only 19 years old and he had never been defeated. Tillis came into the battle having lost 4 of his previous 5 fights and was considered to be a massive underdog due to the fact that Tyson had won every one of his previous 19 fights through knockout. However, Tillis put up a decent fight and was able to take Tyson the entire 10 rounds, which was the first time in Tyson's professional career that he had been taken the distance. Tyson won the fight by unanimous decision. It was just 4 days later that it was announced that Tyson will next meet Mitch "Blood" Green on May 20th at Madison Square Garden. Green was ranked 1 slot higher than Tyson in the WBC heavyweight standings than Tyson was at the time. There was a significant gap in the fighters' purses, with Tyson being guaranteed $250,000, while Green was only expected to make $30,000. This was despite the fact that Green was ranked higher than Tyson in the rankings. As a result of this, Green made the threat to back out of the bout just 1 day before it was scheduled to take place, in the event that his purse was not enhanced. Green made the decision to continue with the fight, despite being assured by an HBO producer named Ross Greenberg that he stood a chance of winning the WBC heavyweight belt if he won the match. The Rangers' performance in the Stanley Cup playoffs, which took place in the arena in which the fight was scheduled to take place, put the fight in peril. The Plaza Convention Center in Albany, New York, was one of the potential replacement locations that was explored. However, no new location was selected and publicized. The fight. You have my admiration. He is persistent and aggressive, and he throws powerful punches. Mitch Green suffers a blow to the face. I am aware of this because we engaged in combat. Trevor Berbick, reigning champion of the WBC, on the performance of Mike Tyson. Even though Tyson had the upper hand for the majority of the battle, Green was able to avoid being knocked out by his opponent. Green clinched Mike Tyson on a regular basis in an effort to lessen the impact of Tyson's powerful punches in preparation for future fights involving Tyson, most notably his championship matches the following year against James "Bone Crusher" Smith and Tony Tucker. Green's strategy served as a precursor to future fights involving Tyson. Green, on the other hand, did not contribute much to the offense, and Tyson was able to win an easy unanimous decision with a score of 9-1 on 2 of the judges' scorecards and 8-2 on the 3rd judge's scorecard. Fight on the Street in 1988. Tyson and Green were involved in a high-profile street brawl 2 years later, when Tyson was already the undisputed heavyweight champion. Despite the fact that the two boxers never again faced each other in a boxing ring, the fight received a lot of media attention. Green confronted Tyson on August 24, 1988 at Dapper Dan's in Harlem, alleging that Tyson's promoter, Don King, owed him money. Green's allegations were true. Eventually, the debate turned into a physical altercation, during which Tyson delivered a straight right hand across Green's face, which caused Green's left eye to completely close and opened a gash across his nose that required 5 stitches. Green needed medical attention for both injuries. Tyson, on the other hand, did not escape the brawl undamaged. He suffered a fracture to his right hand during the chaos, which forced the postponement of his bout against Frank Bruno, which had been scheduled for October. In the following years, Tyson detailed the event in his book, as well as in his one-man Broadway play titled The Undisputed Truth, which ran in 2013. The responses of the fans to the stories about Mike Tyson and Mitch Green. Boxing fans from all over the world can see a film on YouTube that was produced by BLTV Classic, who looked into the whole affair and revealed their findings. It is clear from the video that the two gentlemen have put their past disagreements behind them and are now at least speaking civilly with one another. Regarding this incident, the supporters had a variety of different points of view. Let's have a look at some of the feedback. Chris Lee, one of the admirers, said that the individual was in the wrong era. He would have been successful in the battle scene of today. Poyo Wadagaksig brought up the fact that Green took a significant number of punches throughout their fight. They wrote, "Homie got knocked out and stomped on. I'm death. Ha ha." Another supporter, named Callum Haddam, submitted the following comment on the fight. Tyson's head movement, round 5, 115, 4.45 minutes, and Connor Haddam. The only boxer in Derek Jackson's perspective who is better than Mike Tyson is Muhammad Ali, and he had to say that about Mike Tyson. Adrian Ganon Deason, a fan, remarked something that was spot on when he said that Mitch Green could have been an Instagram celebrity with those content. Ming Wang made a joke that everyone is still laughing at it by saying, "I've never seen Steve Harvey thin before." Green forgot Tyson was from the Bronx street fighting before becoming a boxer, wrote a fan by the name of Barakais Royzy Roy. It's been going on for a very long time, and neither of the combatants has any interest in continuing it. In any event, the fact that Green was able to display his callouts in an era at a time when the concept of social media was unheard of is quite remarkable. Therefore, the fact that he was successful in finding a method to make the fight happen almost 35 years ago is something that should be commended. That's all for the video today. We'll be right back with more. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.